My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing Radical Rose Eau de Parfum by Matière Première. And in a minute, I'll be reviewing the Extracted Parfum together with this. But first we're reviewing this one, which I think is the more popular one. So embrace the heavenly floral of Radical Rose Eau de Parfum to make your olfactory statement centered around French rose scented flora absolute. It envelops notes of saffron pepper, berries essence, exacerbating the bright and spicy facets of rose, while patchouli enhances and labdamen absolute heightens the dark woody facets. Do we have our bottles of Radical Rose? Are we engaged with the high self? Let's get testing. Very, very cool name, I think. Horrible plastic cap. Let's look at the atomizer. Okay, let's apply the fragrance and get on with the review. Not what I thought at all. This is not what I thought at all it was going to be. This is kind of like, I didn't know what to expect, but I thought it was going to be talking about rose. So I thought it was going to be more Turkish delight and richer, smoother than voluminous. So this has been built for volume and sort of effervescence. This is a spiky nature to it. The geometry is spiky. This has been built for lift, for volume, clean, snappy. What you can smell is phenol ether alcohol and citronellal. The Nerol compounds, Nerol and Nerol acetate, have been done really well in this as well. Amber wood and ambergris-like raw materials in this as well to give it sort of like a quite an animal nature about it. Metallic, sharp, pointed. The must choice is like expertly done. This is like expertly done perfumery where they're giving lively effervescence and enough rounding to be balanced. So this is all about being balancing nature actually. As it's drying down, it's becoming more enjoyable. So this is becoming sweeter and smokier as it's drying down. So you're having the coumarin and vanillin to give it sort of slight sweetness and sweet facets to it. Without the smoothing, the sweetness that isn't from ethyl malt or whipping for the base, and the smokiness, those three aspects, it would have been unbearable. And this is the amazing side to perfumery when you get balancing act, and perfumery is all about balancing these nuances and going back and redesigning, redeveloping, which is the headachy bit. The dry down is so much better. So I wouldn't even judge this initially because kind of you just get the building blocks. You just get the phenol ether alcohol, citronellal, geraniol. That's kind of what you get, and it smells quite synthetic and scritchy. The dry down is great, like really, really gorgeous. So the dry down is a masterclass in how to construct a rose accord with a sweetness of the vanillin, coumarin, raspberry ketone, acetates, aldehyde, and then speculative of gaiac wood. I'd be very surprised if you never reach patchouli or patchouli-like raw materials with rose fragrances. I think it would smell awful actually. Patchouli in this formula gives the darkness and richness. So when you think of a rose, I think about it in sort of three aspects actually. The dew on the petals, the actual rose. As the flowers open up, you get the rose scent. And then the background, which is sort of like the green, thorny nature moving to the earth. That's how I think about rose. And so a really beautiful rose composition would encompass all aspects of that. The woodiness would come from Asusuba or some other wood-like raw materials. Obviously, the top notes should be phenol, the alcohol, citronellal, geraniol, and then the geraniol acetates, all that sort of stuff in it. Then within the sort of the rose itself, you would have, depending on how Turkish delight you'd want to take it. I love Turkish delights, but one of my most favorite delicious things is the raspberry ketone, the acetates, the fruit acetates, all of that, the mescone molecules as well. And then the dew would be something like a quinol and florazone, so that would all contribute to that. And then there's sort of the stem, the woody nature of the stem would be more sort of wood raw materials, and then the base would be the smokiness of the earth-like raw materials. And the patchouli and the gaiac would give the nature of the both, the earthiness of the gaiac wood and the patchouli, and then the sort of darkness. Without those aspects, you really would have something that doesn't smell very pleasant. So that's sort of the constituent. This is the journey sort of taking me on. On to my final thoughts. I love this. I think it's very nice. The initial shock of it isn't very nice, but the dry down is really, really gorgeous. I love the sweetness of it juxtaposed against the animal woody nature of it. I think it's really lovely. This is dead on unisex. This is how I like rose fragrances. I'm very interested to see how they're going to do the extractor parfum, which I'm going to put on shortly. Price 155. This is giving me volume, lift, longevity. I love the musk choice, the way all the musks have been chosen. It's kind of like it's got like a metallic, high-tech nature. It's got softness, smoothness, warmth. I kind of love it, but there's something missing. And, you know, with these rose fragrances, I'm very fussy. I mark it a 9 out of 10. I think it's lovely. I think it's great. I can't imagine this not doing well. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.